Hey everybody, hello. Welcome back to Born a Statistic. Um, as we know, I haven't been on here in a good minute, and it's not for no particular reason other than the devil's been busy. I had a lot of crazy stuff that's been happening over time, as we know. People who know me can see that my energy was actually different on my very last live, which was about I'm gonna say about January. I'm sorry, January around my birthday time. That was my last time going live. And since that time, just a lot of things has been going on. So basically, I've been getting from my family and my friends, like my mom's husband, my son, people that used to be close to me. I've been getting from them. They've been telling me that I've been distant lately. Like I've changed, and um, honestly, I have changed in a sense, and it's not a negative change though. It's more of a I don't argue the way I used to argue. Like I used to be very argumentative and trying to prove my point because um, a lot of times perception, perception is the problem with people. Because I'm not a bad person, and at first I used to be offended a lot. Like I used to be offended a lot about a lot of things. Again, some of my insecurities and just by the way that people, was acting towards me, I took it offensively when the whole time, people are going through their own things. And a lot of times people, they'll give you energy that they've been given. It has nothing to do with who I am as a person. And that's basically really what my issue used to be. I really used to care a lot about people's perception of me. Like, I wanted to make sure that they knew, like I would over explain it because I wanted them to know like exactly who I am, even though I am proving who I was. But that was the majority of my build up. So in turn, again, it turned into the overgiving and stuff like that. But I did not shut down. My son just told me last week like he felt like I shut down. The only difference is, again, I'm not as argumentative as I once was, and the only difference is just for 32 years I've been talking, saying how I want to be treated, saying, giving my love. Again, I'm not perfect, so there's things that I've done um, that may not have been good to other people, but like I don't feel like I'm not overly emotional. I don't really get the crying and stuff like that anymore because I've learned who I am. Like that healing thing, that looking into myself to see why I was there, what way I was, is what saved me and what helped me. So I don't know, like I do feel 1,000,000% different. Like a lot of things that used to bother me, like I really used to get bothered by the smallest things, like the smallest things. Um, I'm no longer like that. Like, and people are used to me. Like I think a lot of people that I used to surround myself with, and a lot of the people that I love actually prefer that version of me. Because with those erratic emotions, it still came with overgiving, and I was more receptive to bullshit. I was more receptive to, be people treat me any type of way. So in this time, like just this lately, I've definitely been on a me type time. Like just a week or so ago, I talked to my daughter's father, and we was talking. He actually was telling me like, you basically like need to spend more like personal time with Amaya. Like it's not about the money. It's not about, you know, it's not about stuff like that. And it's just okay. So again, a lot of things that we do, it's basically how we brought up. Like a lot of things that we and a lot of times it's not subconsciously, like we don't really think about it, but there is things that I lack. Like I am trying to be more affectionate, like more hugging and stuff like that, because I do lack those things. And I was telling him, again, it's nothing personal. Like, don't think that I'm doing it to be malicious. Don't think that I'm like just like fuck everything, because that's, excuse me, stop cussing, but not like forget everything. But based on how I was raised and based on my healing journey right now, this is who I am. And I'm not. I don't apologize for who I am, and I told him this. I don't apologize for who I am, Lil. I'm explaining to you what, if you're willing to hear it, because if you don't want to hear it, I'll shut up. It's fine. I don't mind being quiet, because a lot of my a lot of things get misconstrued with conversation if a person is not understanding, if you get my drift. Um, but you know, I'm working on it though. These are things that I'm working on, and anybody that again knew me before that you know, maybe are still in my presence, they'll let you know like I'm the same, but I'm just, you know, that I'm different. I'm working on things that I felt could change within me because I want to be exactly who I say and not just say, oh, I'm like this, I'm like this. No, I want to be exactly who I say. Um, Also, you know, we talked about a lot of things, but I did want to give a shout out to my daughter's father because I never want to make, like, I did speak a little bit about things that went on, and I didn't say much, but at the end of the day, my daughter's father was a great person. Like, he took me in when things got rough. Like, he showed up, and he's the only person that showed up and showed out for my birthday ever. Like, when I tried to go above and beyond to make me happy, whether, you know, I enjoyed whatever or not, but he went crazy. You know, even though we had our downfalls, he's a great person, bottom line. Um, but back to it, I stopped involving, lately I've stopped giving advice and I've stopped involving myself in anybody's anything. Like, I used to be the offender when people didn't call me or reach out and stuff like that. Lately, I have, when I say I have been in so much peace, like, I never enjoyed myself as much as I do. Like, I go everywhere. I do, like, because I used to feel like I needed to be surrounded. I wanted to be, not needed, but just really wanted to be surrounded by love, which I am. Like, it's in a different sense, but I stopped giving my love because it's so overwhelming. But I stopped giving it, and I stopped giving my advice, and I stopped, you know, really discussing stuff with people because a lot of times their perception, like, like I said, perception is like a killer in a sense. Like, it's so crazy. But you tell a person some real stuff, and they'll say you're hating, or they'll turn it into whatever they want to turn it into instead of listening. So lately, when I do discuss things with people, and you know, with certain people, and they get like a little agitated, I'll break it down a little bit more because there were times where I couldn't express myself in a way where it wouldn't trigger another person's, or you know, because we don't know what people go through on a day to day. Like, I've really learned that just based on myself, like how things would be going on with me and people would take it totally different. So now I don't get offended. Like, I won't get offended by nothing nobody says because again, it's the way you feel. Feelings they're valid, but they're invalid. They're just how you feel. That doesn't make it a reality. It doesn't make it what it is. Like, for instance, perception. To this day, just this today, my son, he'll tell me that I don't love him. I done saved my son from so many things. Like, I'm his number one supporter. Like, I'm the one. A lot of people will egg my son's behavior on, like, and not even, not voluntarily, because people be like, no, I'm not, but y'all don't dig it. So anytime that you talk to a teen, well, my son in particular, because I'm not sure how everybody else moves, but anytime you talking to my son in a manner where as though he feel like y'all are equal, like y'all on the same page, you're adding fuel to that flame. He already feels like he's an adult. So you know you're egging that on, and it makes him feel like, yeah, I'm a man in a sense. Like, a few times, just to not to get off topic, but just a few times in the past few weeks, it's been a lot of crazy stuff with my son. A lot of, again, we spoke about this before. My son is a good kid, and he got a lot of smarts. He got so many talents, but he's wrapped up in the wrong stuff because he's looking for love, and the people that he feel like is giving him love, they just in dumb shit, dumb stuff. Like, they doing dumb stuff, and yeah, it's fun in the moment, but he's not like that because when it all fall down, it all you know it show like it's just there. But yeah, back on it. People having these conversations. I actually had a run-in. The cop said stop my son recently, and I had a run-in with a person that was calling him his mom. Now, what perception? Where I live at, for the people who know where I live at, I don't live where I'm from. I don't know nobody from a can of paint. I come in the house, I go to work, I do my little business ventures. I may go take a little road trip to the beach, whatever the case is. But I do not stay in this neighborhood. I'm never like, or I'm never in the neighborhood. Nobody really knows me. Of course, people know who I am now because of my son. Um, Nobody really knows me, but a lot of people know my son. During this little rampage, like, a lot of people, some adults, because not all, but some, we got a lot of goofy adults that get attached to certain kids. They like that, the feisty. They think that it's cute, so they egg them on. Like, it's a lot of people, a lot of adults who believe things about me, don't know me, but they're taking whatever my son says, because I have no idea until, all right, so boom, I don't be knowing again the negative feelings my son have until we're in an argument or anything, and in those arguments he'll be like, well, that's what such and such said, you the same way, such and such said. Like, he just recently was like, my Andre said that you even shut down, you close off, you don't even care, like you don't care no more. And that part again, I get how it can seem, I get how it can feel to a person who you're used to, like, going mad, like, just a whole different reaction. I can get it, but that's not it. My love is still the same. Who I am inside is still the same. I'm just no longer reacted the way I was. But anyway, back to the story. Ahmad was my son. I was in the back of a cop car, and when I pulled up to the scene, it was over. It was something so dumb. But when I say he took the levels, he took it like, it's almost like he went crazy. He was about to hit the cop and everything. But so when I pulled up, just imagine how I feel. I know that my son is not really like this, but these people, he portrayed this image, this image that he's giving them. So they don't know the amount that I know. Even down to the troubles that I go through with this boy on a day to day. Like I said, last week and this week was terrible. The past 2 weeks, terrible. It's been an incident every week. Even down to somebody following my son home. Any event. I get to the scene, and it's this lady that I know, the young man that she's the mother to, which is somebody who mine hangs with from up here. But she was on the scene when I got there. Now, when I pulled up, my son is cussing and stuff like that. Now, my son typically, he says that the reason why he doesn't reach out, when he's in trouble, he'll reach out to everybody but me. Literally, everybody but me. I never get a phone call from him. I'll get a phone call from a million different people, but it'll never be my son. And he thinks that that's his way of protecting me. He doesn't want his mom to find out. I'm saying this to all kids, all teenagers, teenage boys, teenage girls. Please understand, we were your age before. It's a lot of things that we've done. Like I tell him, the reason why I know, because it's a lot of things he thought that I didn't know. It's a lot of things I don't know. Don't get it messed up. But it's a lot of things I do know. And it's not psychic or anything. It's because it's a pattern. We all go through, certain things. But, what was I getting at? Okay, I'm going to just go back to the scene because I'm not sure where I left off. But so we get there, he's cussing and he's going off and this and the third. And I'm like, Ahmad, you're making the matters worse. This doesn't make you look good. Like, this don't make it, like, nobody's scared of you. At the end of the day, they got the upper hand. No matter what, they have the upper hand. You just got to chill and you just get away. No, he's not trying to hear that. He's going off. So in turn, I'm just like, if you look crazy, which I shouldn't have done. I probably should have just, after I signed the ticket, should have pulled off, whatever the case is. But when my son got home, he was like, even that lady said that you don't care about me. Even that lady said that you didn't even check on me. And again, she doesn't know. Because I'm not, like, at first I used to be like, what's her number, whatever, go with whoever. But that lady don't know me. She don't know that just this morning, me and you had a discussion, that I just cooked you breakfast, left. You told me you was leaving out for school. You had more than enough time to go to school. She didn't know that we already had an issue with you not going to school, that you're not going to school on time and that you're about to be a truant. She didn't know that I just had to pay a ticket. She doesn't know these things. She doesn't know that me and you have issues with your curfew. She don't know these things. All she knows is that she saw me pull up. She saw you being disrespectful, and she seen me pull off. I did what I was supposed to do. But with that being said, a lot of us need to, if we're not going to give good advice, like, leave it alone. Some people, y'all don't understand. It took me a while to understand that sometimes minding your business is okay. I had a friend that I really, we get on and off when they get in a relationship with, the person that they deal with. And they used to call me and tell me everything. And I would get, when I say so upset, like so upset about everything that was going on. And then one day, I was like, you know what? There's two sides to a story. So I wanted to hear his side. And when we got there, we talking, this and the third, and he's bringing up things, pieces to stories that she gave me that made the story come together to where as though he's not crazy. And it's like I felt bad in a sense because again that's that perception. Even though he, whatever, teach his own. I'm who am I to judge? I'm not God. Even though there are valid reasons why I have these feelings, but at the same time, nobody knows the other side. Nobody knows what's going on. So for the people that have the perception of me that either I'm miserable, I'm hating, I'm sad, I'm anything, I am not. I am literally, my solitude is my happy place. I promise you. I do not worry. I know that I'm going to always be taken care of, which I always knew. All my bills are paid up. I have a good life. I'm not really too much worried about nothing. But what I do want to say is to the people who, their perception of me, I really, like I said, I really don't even care, but I don't have no ill feelings towards anybody. But understand this. When that time comes, when I am down and out, sometimes all I need is a hug, I can't reach out to you, and you know exactly who you are. I don't have to really go into details, but when that time, I can't reach out to you just for a hug. There's times where I just need to talk to people, and I can't converse. And I'm not talking about emotional things or anything like that. I'm talking about plans. I'm talking about, can you take this road trip with me? I just got some exciting news to talk about. I got this. I can't do that with nobody and feel good. The people that I was surrounding myself with previously, I feel like I couldn't share those excitements. I feel like I couldn't, be my humble, happy self because yes, I could be a version of myself, that version of myself. I didn't enjoy that version all the time. Like there was times, I don't get it messed up. I like my little razzle dazzle, but it wasn't all the time. Like I'm more of a peace side. I like to take like nature walks. I like to do stuff like that. But yeah, and then on that note, so I just lately I have been dating a little bit, and a couple of the people was like, saying the same thing, like you strong, like you seem like you strong, like you stand off. It's like you act like you hard to get. One of them said that I seem like I have something against men, and that's not it. That's definitely not it. Lately, I've been running into the same not same kind of men, but it's like a lot of people are superficial. A lot of these men lately have been very superficial. They're not. It's basically again asking for the same things. It's like what's really up there. Like stimulate my mind. Like, but yeah, like all right, so it brought me back when one of the guys was like, you act like you hate men. It brought me back to a time where I knew this guy who I felt like hated women. And it made me think back, perception. It made me think back to the thoughts that I had. Like, damn, like, it's like he always got a rebuttal for something. That, what the guy said, it was like, damn, like, am I like that? So I had to think back, like, to some of the things that he said. And not to say that he was always right, because I didn't feel like they were right, but that was his perception. That's something that he lived through, that he went through. So that's how he felt. And it could have been with multiple people. So who am I to say you're wrong about how you feel? Now, we can address those things and see how we can come to a common ground, so that I can, show you that, no, that's not the case. But now I get why it was said that way. Like, with me, I am a dominant woman that's looking for a dominant man. That I'm willing to be submissive, because I can be submissive to a dominant man. Like, I don't feel like I should give anybody my all who's not willing to give anything. Like I pay my own bills, shovel my own snow, put my own gas in my car, take care of all my responsibilities tenfold. Never ask for, don't need that. But don't get it messed up. I want that. That's not, you don't think you're not going to come in here with nothing. But at the same time, I want security. I want to feel safe. And that's in any relationship. Because that's why I've stepped back. I did not feel safe in all of the relationships, and that be siblings, parent, anything. If I've stepped away from you, I didn't feel safe in that space. Didn't feel safe to be myself. But with a man, I want to feel safe. I want to feel protected. I am very stingy. I'm a monogamous person. I don't frolic myself all over the place. That's just not me. Not nothing against it, because at one point I wasn't a whore, but I didn't, like, I dealt with different people. Like, I'm not innocent. You know what I mean? But at this point in my life, I'm looking for monogamy. I want something real. I want to be able to travel the world and do things and be happy, and to not look stupid saying that you're mine. It's hard. Dating in this era is hard. Like, I've been so turned off lately. The money thing, and that was the problem with, previous situations. I'm not easily influenced by money. Why? Because I'm multi-talented. I can make money. I'm going to make it no matter what. Like, you guys know before, people who's watched me, I've told y'all before, I'm going to always be okay. That's why I don't worry about monetary things. I don't, like, of course anybody going to be down when you down and out. I do be down. I have those emotions. I still have those feelings. But when I'm down, I don't be like, what, fuck her. No, I don't. I just be like, all right, this too shall pass. It's all going to work out. But coming with the money is a great aspect. But what is your heart like? How do you treat your mom? How do you treat the woman that you love? Are you real? Do you lie? Especially about stupid stuff. I want a person who, I'm going to deal with a person who see their fault. If there's any fault, see their fault, acknowledge it, and try to fix it. I don't want you to give me excuses and reasonings and none of that. Like, I'm at a point, because again, I wasn't always the way that I am today, but I am at a point in my life. I don't want to argue. I'm not doing none of that. I either want to be a partner, or we don't have to be together. But I will not tolerate the bare minimum. You can't come in mine with the bare minimum. And again, I don't just mean the money, but the money is important. Understand it. But I know from the moment that I had the very first conversation whether I'm going to deal with you or not. Bottom line. I've had a man, like, just recently. Met him. Nice guy. Worked for the sanitation department. Nice guy. Red flags. He wanted to FaceTime me literally the same day that I met him. All night. Now, it's not too much of a red flag, but it is, because, no. And then by the next day, he was calling me trophy, and he was saying that he talked to his therapist about me, and his therapist said that he ain't got to come back no more because he's happy and stuff like that. When I say it made me queasy in the inside a little bit, because you don't have to, I like authenticity. I can feel your energy. Like, I can feel it. And often back then I used to kind of like ignore, like, nah, stop, chill, because I like him. But I'm able to, like, spot the bullshit. So, I called him out on it, and it just was like, it's just a turn off. I'd rather just be with a person, or even deal, because I'm not in a rush to be in a relationship. I'm not. I want to get to know people, because, again, before I healed myself, I was like, you know what? I like him. That's him. So I put all my eggs in one basket. I like, that's him. I got my target on him. Also, I used to think that, like, because we had sex, you belong to me. That's just it. Now I'm like on some, my body's me. I just can't give myself away. Like, especially not right now. Like, I feel like none of y'all really working right now. Like, not like that, but like that. Like, y'all turn me off so bad sometimes. Not all. Like, just yeah. But y'all just come better, man. Like, y'all gotta do better with that. But as for me, when I find that one, I plan on being everything that I want my man to be. So don't come in here on that turkey time, because again, I'm willing to, change who I am, and I again, I'm coming with questions. I'm coming with all of that. So if you feel uncomfortable, leave it. But hey, like I said, it is what it is. But in any event, I definitely just wanted to come on here and again talk to y'all, talk to y'all for a minute, because again, I haven't been on here in a minute. And again, that perception. Stop letting your feelings make you believe that things are the way that they are in your head. Because just because you feel like a person feel that way about you, it doesn't necessarily make it true. Use your words. And sometimes, again, like this day and age, using your words sometimes don't even work. So I just learned to focus on me, what I got going on, and it's actually been going good. Like I said, I have no issues right now. I'm not perfect, but I'm in a happy, peaceful space. And that's all anybody should want for themselves. But like that's where I'm at, and I thank y'all for coming. Like I told you before, I don't want to disappoint y'all, because I know it's been some time. It's been some months. I do still anticipate bringing my mom and all different family members to talk about different stuff. But I definitely wanted to hop on here and pick with y'all mind and have y'all really thinking about some things, because it's some people on here that haven't talked to their loved ones in years, or people who they really, really care about and really do love, because of something that they played in their head. They probably like, this person hate me, this person don't like me. No, that's why even when a person, because I know feelings change and stuff like that, even when I did feel that way, I will always reach out to certain people, like, damn, did I do something to you? Like, just to let you know, even just to let you know I care about it, I still love you, stuff like that. You never know what a person is going through. So, but if that person means something to you, get out of that mindset of thinking how the way you think is what it is. Because what you say is not king, and what you believe is not king. Just because you feel it doesn't make it right. So ask those questions. Live in love. There's enough hate in this world. We already got we already got enough of that going on. Be a positive piece in the world. I want to give a shout out to Pooch, Mama Lee, and Kev from my job, because they've been on my behind about putting up a podcast. Oh, Dev too. It's a few people. It's a few. I'm not gonna remember everybody, but I do want to thank y'all, and I want to give y'all a shout out, because y'all been on my butt again about putting something out, and so I definitely plan on even jumping on here, even if it's a little message like today, just to jump on here. Also, one more thing, y'all. So as y'all know, I was incarcerated for 8 months in RCF back in 2014. Yeah, back in 2014. And it's this lady. She used to work for Momobile. Her name is Rosalind Washington. I need to find her. This lady, she helped me in so many different ways, and I owe her a lot, and I've been looking for her. I can't find her. I'm going to actually post this on TikTok. I'm going to post this on Facebook. I'm going to post this on Instagram, because I want to find my boo. I owe her a dinner. I told her when I get it together, because she's been there. Like, she's been there. It's a lot of stuff. I want her to come over here just to tell y'all about her experience with me being in jail, because it was a lot. But I want to just say this. I am very, very grateful for everything that I went through. Pain, happiness, all of that. Because it wouldn't have made me who I am today. I'm actually happy to be able to experience the pain and to see the transition and to be able to heal. Y'all, like, it's so crazy. Just things that I never thought that I would get over and stuff. Like, it's like, it's amazing. We gotta heal those pieces. That, listen, take that time, get in that solitude, face yourself. Look in that mirror and face yourself. All those things that you claim you are, you be that person for yourself. And then you come back and you get that love, because now I'm able to love the right way. I wasn't able to love properly before. It's a lot of things again that I struggle with, and it's a lot of things that I overdid. But now I'm at a mellowed out piece, and now I could be exactly who I am. So again, thank you everybody for joining thank you everybody for watching. I hope that y'all can keep up with me. I hope that y'all come back and keep visiting me, and I'm out.